So I've been trying to figure out how to make this video because my story, my spiritual, religious roller coaster story is very long. So I'm just going to give it in brief and then explain why I will never ever be going back to Islam, especially Islam and Christianity, ever again. I know the picture's really weird, but I don't want anybody to see who I am. Just because, I don't know, there might be some people out there who might go crazy over me leaving Islam again. Yes, again. So, I was raised a Christian. For 18 years, I blindly followed Christianity. My entire family is Christian. My mother's a reverend. My stepfather is a deacon at the church. He's very, very, very religious, very spiritual. My cousin's a reverend. My entire family goes to church except for maybe a select 2, 3, or 4. Everyone else is Christian, as far as I know. So at the end of my senior year of high school, I learned about Islam, and I assumed, or I figured that I started to believe in it, and I got scared, so I just completely freaked out and started studying everything I could about Christianity, trying to be a good Christian girl. I was a Bible toter. I would pray several times a day, read the Bible every night, read daily devotionals, do all that stuff. And it didn't help my faith go up one bit. So I spent the entire summer after graduation trying to convince myself that I believed in Christianity, but I did not. So my freshman year of college, I converted to Islam. Ever since then, I've been on a 2-year spiritual roller coaster going back and forth to Islam. I would always lose my faith and then become an agnostic. I was usually an agnostic most of the time, or a non-religious theist. And then after maybe a month, I would get depressed, and then I'd go back to Islam. I have left and reverted back to Islam at least 5 times. I lost count after 5. That's how ridiculous it was. And I was very confused, very stressed out. I was growing spiritually exhausted. I was just so tired of not knowing what I believed in. Although I did really know what I believed in and what I didn't believe in, but I didn't want to accept it. I got depressed all the time and went back to Islam because I could not see my life without a religion, without something telling me how to live my life. I just didn't know how to. And that's why I got depressed, but I didn't believe in Islam. But I kept going back because I didn't know what else to do with my life. And why didn't I go back to Christianity is because I didn't believe in it. I knew right out, I knew that I didn't believe in Christianity, and there was no chance that I'd ever go back. And there still isn't. And I wasn't being a rebel trying to make my family angry or anything. I just didn't believe in it, period. Although a lot of the beliefs are similar to Islam, yet I kept going back to Islam. I started realizing after a lot of research that there's absolutely no evidence that a large majority of the characters in the stories in the Quran and biblical stories ever existed. This includes Jesus, Moses, and Noah. No evidence, or Abraham or Adam or Eve, none of them. I did a lot of research, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest that a lot of the stories were borrowed from pagan stories, much older pagan stories. But I kept going back to Islam because, like I said, I didn't know any other way to live my life. I was used to a religion telling me what to do with my life. And so I had reverted back to Islam about, I say 3-4 months ago, and I thought for sure that I would never leave it again. Although I could not see my future following Islam, I knew in the back of my mind that I was probably going to leave it again. But I tried my best to make myself to believe in everything I knew wasn't true. I was technically trying to brainwash myself. And so I bought this book called How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Sherry Hubbard. And she talks about how our mind is conditioned since childhood, how we're conditioned to believe that we need certain things in our life to survive or to be accepted. And so I was conditioned to believe that I needed religion in my life to be accepted, because it was great to know that I was part of a group. Like, when I'm Muslim, I know a lot of Muslim girls who are very, loving and caring and want to spend a lot of time together, and I think that's what I liked most about it. I knew I didn't believe in it, but I wanted to. And so I had completely lost my faith when I bought this book. So I read it, and Sherry Hubbard, and talks about in the book how we continue repeating the same patterns, expecting different results because of our conditioning. And that's exactly what I was doing. And at one point I started crying while reading this book, because I felt like the veil was like lifted from my eyes. Like, now I finally knew that I didn't need Islam. I was never Muslim, ever. I can't recall a time when I sincerely, truly believed in Islam. And so it's like I feel free all of a sudden. I feel free from this repetition. I know I'm not going to go back to Islam, because Islam never truly made me happy. I may have been happy with it for maybe the first couple of weeks after reverting back, but then after a while I was just like, whatever, I don't care. And then I kind of felt trapped, because I was still lying to all these people, lying to myself, and now I just feel spiritually free. And now I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any deities. People have been worshiping different gods and goddesses throughout human history. There are dozens upon dozens upon dozens of deities people have worshipped. What makes one deity less fake than any other? It's like, I don't understand how I didn't think about this before. I didn't realize I'm an atheist until like a week ago. And I don't really care. I really don't care that I'm an atheist. I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm without Islam, that I'm without religion, period. I am studying Buddhism. It's very interesting to me, and I mean, you never know, maybe I'll become a Buddhist. I don't know, but I won't be following, I won't be blindly following anything ever again. I don't know, that's all I have to say. I would go into more detail, but then this video would have to be at least like 20 minutes long, and I don't have that kind of time. But that's my story of why I left Christianity, why I left Islam, and why I won't be going back to either of those, any religion for that matter. If anything, it will be Buddhism, because it's not blindly asking you to believe in, or it's not asking you to blindly believe in stories that have no credible evidence that ever happened. That's it. And this is my first video, so I'm glad I did this. Right. Alright.